Hi, my name is Clay Bush, and I'm a student docent here at UGA's Special Collections Libraries. Nowadays, trendy topics and political controversies quickly translate to mass-produced products for the public to show their support, or lack thereof, on their differing stances on the big issues. During the women's suffrage movements in England and America in the 19th and 20th centuries, products sometimes played both sides of the issue in order to maximize sales and cater to both the opponents and supporters of women's suffrage. These double-sided ceramic figurines are one of the smaller and perhaps less noticeable items featured in the Strategies of Suffrage, Mobilizing a Nation for Women's Rights exhibit, located inside the Hargrett Rare Book and Manuscript Library Gallery at the Special Collections Libraries. I am excited that we can take a closer look at them in this virtual tour. It is hard to tell at first glance, but these ceramic figures are actually bells that were popular in English resort towns in the late 19th to early 20th centuries. To make them a more enticing souvenir, one side of the bell bears the town's crest. These two were associated with the towns of Staffordshire and Mildenhall in Suffolk, England. The bell bearing the seal of Staffordshire was manufactured by Swan China, and that bearing the seal of Mildenhall was created by an Edwin J. Mutton from Mildenhall. On one side, they display a positive caricature of a woman with a pleasant suffrage expression. In this case, it is, "She shall have votes," and on the other, a depiction of a sloppy, unkempt woman, often associated with the character Sarah, or Sary, Gamp, from the Charles Dickens novel Martin Chuzzlewit. During the Victorian era, Mrs. Gamp was associated with the stereotype of incompetent nurses in England, and this depiction is meant to degrade the image of the suffragette in a humiliating fashion. While this figurine is not exactly like the one we have in our collection, as it is associated instead with the town of Great Torrington, you can actually see the name Mrs. Gamp inscribed in the bottom. This particular caricature is also clutching Gamp's signature umbrella. Although there is not much contemporary conversation regarding the nature of products like these in England and America, one can assume that the crest's placement on the side expressing the anti-suffrage sentiment was no accident. While double-sided ceramic bells were not as widely distributed as other political souvenirs, there was certainly a market for little trinkets to display your political views within the home. Throughout this exhibit, there are numerous ceramics featuring suffrage imagery, sometimes in the form of a cat. The symbol of a cat has an interesting history, and it has represented both suffrage and anti-suffrage views at different points in time. Other English souvenirs, such as postcards or posters, include the cat dressed in the suffragist colors of purple, green, and gold, demanding the right to vote right there alongside the women. While these trinkets represented a very significant event in the lives of those that purchased them, we often purchase little things to commemorate both big and small events. As we are now enduring one of the strangest years of our lives, it is quite possible we have all picked up some strange trinkets to commemorate our individual experiences in the year 2020. Take a look around your desk or your shelf and try to find something that you know you'll associate with this time in your life forever. I hope you enjoyed this tour stop on some of the smallest items in our gallery. I'm very grateful to have been able to give you this tour, as you may have even missed these guys in person. Once again, my name is Clay Bush, and thank you so much for joining me.